Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons taking on the #1 team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Demon Deacons will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. So the Clemson Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him. I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too. I swear, when you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, just keeps firing. Intercepted. That kind of play can really get it going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence early when you turn it over at this juncture in the game. You're just trying to kind of feel out this defense, and you're formatting them, and you're trying different play calls to set things up for later. But when you turn it over on the first drive, it's hard to get that momentum started.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On the run, it's Blue. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the offense on second down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Demon Deacons have their offense in high gear. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Field goal is good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute and put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Finds the tight end. That last completion sets him up on second down. On the run, it's Dobbs. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Clemson jumps to the line. He'll throw on third down. Gets it out fast. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. It's complete. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Jones. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Makes his connection. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. From the gun, looking for a man. Steps away to find some room. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in their running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he makes the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Quick release by the QB. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
What a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball back quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
3rd down play from the gun. And the pass hits, picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running.
Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The snap sets up to throw. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Trying play action. They're trying to get to him. And the blitz gets to him just like that. The Tigers are in the hurry up.
Now, fourth down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Demon Deacons looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll go back to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's back to throw on second down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sidelines.
And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly. Close to, breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, be 2-2 offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the point after is good. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Jet sweep to the receiver. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I love the play call by the offensive coordinator here. They're attacking this defense in a lot of different ways. That time going with the jet sweep to get the 1st down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Trying to get to him. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Now the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on 4th down. Quickly complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The aerial assault continues. He rifles one deep to the left. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his man. It's Mays. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Wants to fire on second down. He's got his man. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. He'll take it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance.
And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. The 10. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the 7-yard line.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff. They talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And here's the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. The Demon Deacons come to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw here on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Now adjusting. Going to try to get it himself. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a 1st down.
Now on 2nd down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And the Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Catch in the middle. It stops.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Line gets set, 1st down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Quick completion on the out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Shakes off the defender. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the 1st down. The Demon Deacons look to keep this drive humming. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it.
Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
He's looking to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Working that left side now. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They're going to throw it again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
My goodness, he had all night to throw the football. I know we're playing a night game, but goodness gracious, so much time. Usually quarterbacks, when they have that much time, will pick you apart. The defense stuck with the wide receivers. Nobody...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Touchdown, Tigers. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This offense has a second down play. Give to the running back.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Getting some heat. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like,
and the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
and as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game, you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, trying to push it deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find them.
And they got him. A sack denies to try to convert on 4th down. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Alexander. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Alexander. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He looks that one in nicely. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. He's got it inside the 30. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Wake.
Touchdown.
Got loose, it was all over.
Number 83.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over, they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
19.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Moore. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose down the left side. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. Working the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to go up top on first down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Demon Deeks.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up by 22 over Missouri. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they count. Only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. He wants to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Alexander. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Demon Deacons getting set on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
Nice job making that field goal. You're down in possession here late in the game. You've got 2 timeouts in your back pocket. Do you trust your defense to be able to go out, get a stop, and get you the football back for one final shot? We're going to see.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart. How fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
That pass is incomplete. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
3rd down coming.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Pressure coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Uncorks it. Finds him out of the backfield. The expressway is wide open. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And now on 2nd down for this offense. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top, feeling some heat, and couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws toward the end zone. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that were being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack,